Well, well, I haven't done this in a long time. What is this exactly? Well, just turning on the camera and flapping my gums and see where it goes. So, to make it a little more visually interesting, here's some footage from a fall hike. Opinions, alright? Everybody has one. It's like buttholes. You know, some are nastier than others, some are particularly itchy. Some of them just make you question the world, your existence. Some of them make you pop your eyeballs out and they roll under the desk and you have to go look for them, and it's really inconvenient. So, when you're online, there's a lot of that. So here's one of those examples. Somebody posted this on the sparring video of Lee Smith and Richard Marsden. You can claim them expert how much you want. From me, it seems like two children fighting with swords. I don't think people used to fight like this in the past. So I asked, what's your opinion based on exactly? Do you have any experience in the practice of historical martial arts? Or was it just feelings? Reply, just my opinion, bruh. Didn't mean to offend no one. It's a free world. Yes, my friend, it is a free world. You're free to express your opinion, and others are free to express their opinion of your opinion. What a concept, right? You say something in public, you may get responses, and you may not always like what you get. And just using the offended word is not really going to cut it to deflect that. You know, if you're willing to dish out criticism, you should be willing to take it as well. But I do have to appreciate the unexpected honesty here. Actually admitting that it was based on nothing, that's unusual. Honesty on the internet is very unusual. And no wonder. I mean, everybody can just cherry pick and sugarcoat everything and present themselves in the best light possible. Plus, they have literally hours or days to think of a reply, as opposed to real life. Or maybe you should every now and then also show the negatives and just admit that, yeah, you're a flawed human being. People are going to criticize you no matter what. It doesn't matter what you do. I've literally seen videos of world record holding powerlifters where people talk shit about them. Oh, you're not that strong, or whatever, you have shitty form, or blah, blah, whatever, I can lift more. Yeah, sure, bro, sure you can. I mean, we live in a world where random basement trolls think they understand the universe better than astrophysicists. They understand health and the human body and viruses better than doctors. They know much better what you should eat than any nutritionist. And of course they know much more about fighting than anyone who actually practices martial arts. But if you call them out on it, they can always just say, hey, it's just like my opinion, man. Why are you so offended? And of course the mere fact that I have the audacity to even point this out will rub some people the wrong way. Then they will call me condescending or, hold on to your seat, offended. He's so offended he had to make an entire video about it. Humans. Why you gotta be like that? And look, I'm a dumbass too, okay? I'm not claiming to be any better. I'm just as human as anyone else. I try to do what I can to, be more reasonable and rational and actually use arguments instead of, emotions and fallacies and all that, but it happens. Sometimes you have a bad day, sometimes you're in a bad state of mind, sometimes you are just so biased on something that you think you're right and everybody else is being an idiot, but you're the idiot. It happens. But I think we could all do better. We could all do better in examining ourselves more closely and actually asking ourselves, why do I think what I do? What reasons do I have to think that? Did I check the sources? Did I check them twice and 3 times? Did I seek out opposing opinions? What arguments does the other side actually have? What evidence is there that I might be a dumbass? Bet you there's plenty. I will admit you can overdo it. Sometimes it's easy to just whip yourself into a fact-checking frenzy where you find several different mutually contradictory sources, and as far as you can tell, they all seem pretty reliable. And then you're like, oh, damn, what is it now? I can't figure out which one is more reliable, so I have no idea now. It's an internal mystery. I know nothing. Sometimes you have to decide and pick a position, and stick to it until there is better evidence to the contrary, But you should at least then still keep in mind that, so you made a decision, you made a choice, you made a stance. You could still be wrong. You don't think you are, but it's possible. And if somebody else disagrees with you, it doesn't automatically mean they're a dumbass. The person whose comment I poked fun at earlier, it might have seemed mean-spirited, but I don't actually think that person is a dumbass. I mean, maybe. But I think if I actually sat down with that person and had a real conversation, we would probably come to some sort of consensus, and we would probably realize that, okay, the other person has some good points and it has a certain amount of intelligence. Just by virtue of being human, we all have a certain level of intelligence, supposedly, even if we don't always use it. So yeah, ironically, even though I say that humans are quite often dumbasses, we should still give each other the benefit of the doubt. You can accept the fact that everybody says something stupid some of the time, but you can still give them some degree of credit and say, okay, you know what? Maybe I misunderstood what they said. Maybe they just didn't do a good job of expressing what they mean at the time. Maybe they changed their opinion since then. Maybe they actually know better. Maybe they just had a bad day. Maybe they were sleep deprived. Who knows? Give people the benefit of the doubt. And maybe don't put your own opinion on a pedestal where it's the wholly untouchable and everybody else's opinion is just supposed to go die in a fire. You are indeed free to express yourself, but so is everybody else. So if you accuse somebody else of being offended, and that's a problem, then be prepared to be accused of the same. Because guaranteed, there are some things in the world that you're offended by, even if it's just offended snowflakes. The opinions of those quote-unquote snowflakes clearly offend you after all, don't they? Anyway, that shall be enough rant for now. I'm sure I've given the internet experts and critics more than enough ammunition to use against me, so let's just lean back and enjoy the show, I suppose. Thanks for listening to this bullshit, and enjoy your day.